All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, Great Millstone, who teach very well, while not this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And on today, man, so like I'm gonna give double honors to my apostle elders, Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And today, I just want to get on Jake, man. For lack of better words, Jake being stuck in America. Because a part of you being stuck in America, first and foremost, is start spiritually, man. And now people are spiritually dead because they want to stay here and be planted here and ultimately make this prison your home, not knowing that it's something far more better coming, you know? Now, real quick, just to start the video, I just got the Google definition of shucking and jiving, man, because this is how Jake became into a dead estate. You know, even when you go back into the time of Maccabees, you know, during the time of Antiochus, for the lack of better words, Jake was shucking and jiving to please the Greeks, man. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get the scriptures, man. And as soon as I get the scriptures, I'm gonna get the definition of shucking and jiving, man. You know, so let's go ahead and get this Maccabees, this book of First Maccabees 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. Yep, this First Maccabees 1 and 10. It says, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 130th and 7th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. So this is a king, the guy who's in charge, and ultimately we already know Sirach, the 10th chapter, as the ruler of the city is, so are the people, you know? But Israel is supposed to be different. Israel don't supposed to be conforming into the ways of the people, man. Israel really supposed to be conforming into the ways of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. But let's finish this off. It says, in those days. So just like in the days of Antiochus, it's like the days now. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And again, that's that shucking and jiving spirit. Now let's go ahead and get the Wikipedia. Shucking and jiving is slang for joking and acting excessively in the presence of an authoritative figure. So it continuing on, it have originated from black slaves' behavior during corn shucking season, but it has also been used as a racist term for African American politicians, and that's during the times of harvest, for the lack of better words. Because Jake think you can shuck and jive for the so-called white man, and he will give you an increase. A nigga shuck and jive at the job and think he's going to get a raise, but you're doing nothing but trying to get on the so-called white man good side instead of trying to get on the good side of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, Jake will lose all integrity for himself, all the standards, the morals that you had. Jake will throw that out the window just to get a laugh from Esau, man. Let's go ahead and continue on right here, because it says right here, it says he persuaded many people of Israel to go into this wicked way, because since we departed, we've been having, we need him. You know, it's guys that really think we need the so-called white man to continue. That's why people talk about generational wealth, because you're saying the so-called white man is the one that give you money, that give you hope, man. You know, let's go ahead and continue on. Maccabees 1 in verse 12. So this device pleased them well. So shucking and jiving is pleasing unto the so-called white man, because there's one sign to show that you're dead, to show that you forgot about your power, to show ultimately that you're conquered by him. Because instead of you doing the things that's pleasing unto the Lord, now you're doing things that's pleasing unto the so-called white man. Real quick, Jeremiah 2:33. It says, why trimmest thou thy way to seek love right now? Why are you shucking and jiving for the so-called white man? You threw away your heritage. You threw away the things that was beneficial unto you. I ain't gonna get it, but it even says that in Maccabees 2, I think Second Maccabees, the First Maccabees, the 4th chapter, it says these people have loved the ways of the Grecians more than the ways of their fathers, man. So you threw away of your forefathers, the ways of the ancient. You threw those things behind just so you could fit in the here and now, man. But that here and now is only temporal, but the ways of our forefathers are eternal. Let's go ahead and get this real quick again. It says, why trimmest thou way to seek love? Thou hast, it's like it, therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Because even Esau, he'll give Jacob wickedness, and Jacob even exalted. Esau pushed forth the spirit of a Mo, and Jacob be the main one that did part of that, the LGXYZ. Especially the northern tribe, man. There's a lot of northern tribe, men, women, and children that's a part of that wickedness. But just not to deter or go off topic, that's a sign to show that we're dead as a people. That's a sign to show that we fell away from our power. And it's also a sign to show that, hey, we're in the valley of the shadow of death. Real quick, let's get some. Because again, like I said, that's a sign to show that we're dead. Us shucking and jiving for the so-called white man. This is the book of Romans. Romans 12, jumping down to verse 2. It says, and be not conformed to this world. We already know that this world is known as the valley of the shadow of death. So if you're conformed, and you go into the word conform, it actually means to be in the same mindset as one somebody, So if you're conforming to this world, you're conformed unto death. So you're like death. Your mind is like death, man. Read this again. It says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's what Yahweh Shai have done unto us. Because we was once confused. We didn't know where we were going. We once claimed to be African Americans, Asiatic black men, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Haitians, Dominican. We was known by all these different names, but now we've been renewed by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And how have we been renewed? Through this truth. It's going to tell you. It says it says, but be ye transformed, that metamorphosis, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove that is good, acceptable, and perfect will of the Most High. And a part of the will of the Most High is the destruction of Babylon and everything that represented, man. Everything that's joined to this place and everything that in this kingdom that must offend must be cast out. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. But again, it's always going to be the 2/3 is going to linger around. But this time, the Lord just going to save the elect, man, and let the rest of them die. Because why? Only the elect will come into this truth, and only the elect will be brought out of that confusion. Real quick, let's go to Psalms 104, and I'm going to start at verse Psalms 104 and 29. It says, thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to the dust. Now let's break this down. It says, thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. A part of the Lord hiding his face is hiding this knowledge, our heritage, man. The Lord hid his face in the time of slavery. And look what happened unto us. We was troubled, man. It says, thou takest away thy breath, the understanding, the name. It was a point when the name was, in the times of slavery, man, the names of Yahweh Shai was real precious, man. But in that time, Salakia, in that time of slavery, for lack of better words, in the time when the Lord basically disconnected from us, we died. It says, and they returned to the dust. Now that dust is synonymous, similar, or together with confusion. And a part of us, once again, being confused is not knowing who we are. Again, you claiming to be a Dominican Republic. I'm from the, you claim to be a Haitian. You know, you claim to be from Brazil, but this is not your true heritage, man. Our true heritage is Naphtali. Our true heritage is Judah. But at the same time, our people was lost from that. So let's go ahead and get this Ezekiel 37, because a part of us being lost is a time for the Lord to shine. You got to realize, man, Yahweh Shai, that name wasn't meant for a reason, man. You mean Yahweh Shai? Yah actually goes into thee, or, him, thee. And Yahweh Shai actually goes back into deliverer, man. So a part of us being dead, a part of us being confused was a time for Yahweh Shai to shine, man. It's a time for that name to kick in, because we was delivered from that confusion through Yahweh Shai. How? St. John 14. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man coming to the Father but by me. So let's get this real quick in Ezekiel the 37th chapter. It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit and set me down in the midst of the valley, which were full of bones. Now that valley today will be known as the valley of the shadow of death, which is America, man. A low land with low morals, and ultimately a place where people forgot about the Most High, man. Because you can talk to a nigga on the job. He ain't going to tell you about the deliverance that the Lord did in Egypt. We're going to talk about LeBron James or some shit he did 15 years ago, man. Let's go ahead and continue on, though. That's why it says there was, he set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, the northern and the southern tribe, man. Because you got to realize that the northern tribe really outweigh the southern tribe. The southern tribe is only Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, man. The northern tribe is Ephraim. We already know what Ephraim means. Be fruitful and multiply. Ephraim, Naphtali, Manasseh, Reuben, Gad, and so on and so forth. But just going back, it's a lot of Israel that's lost out here, that's dead, man. And even in confusion of faces, the ones that don't have skin color. It says, and lo, they were very dry. Now, real quick, let's get that word dry. It was many bones out there, and they was very dry. Let's see what that word dry means, Because one thing about being dry is a very uncomfortable feeling, or being thirsty. It's a very uncomfortable. You got dry skin in the wintertime. That's an uncomfortable feeling. And the best way to do it, you got to moisturize it. Strong's H3002. It says dry. So let's go ahead and go to 3001. Strong's H3001. It says to make dry, wither, become dry without moisture. And again, that's us not being planted by that river. As a nation, we wasn't planted by the river, but the elect was, man. That the elect had that one prince that touched that put his foot in the water, for the lack of better words. But at the same time, it was a point of time when no water was going through, and Jacob was struggling. And I ain't talking about struggling financially or struggling. I'm talking about struggling spiritually, man, to connect to who they was. That's why Ezekiel 37 is so heavy, because during the 1960s, it's going to tell you. I ain't going to jump the gun. Let me jump down. Going back into that word dry in the Strong's definition, it says to be ashamed or what? Confused. Jake don't know who they is. You going to, I dare you to go to the job tomorrow and say, what's up, Ishakar? And then gonna look at you crazy. You go to the job and say, what up, Reuben? What up, Naphtali? What up, Judah? Judah. What up, Judah? He'll look at you crazy because he's confused. He don't know who he is, or disappointed. Also failing to dry up as water or wither. And again, we once was dry, but now it's the time when the Lord is letting that rain come upon us, man. And I ain't talking about that strange rain. I'm talking about that rain in Isaiah, that is 51:11. If I'm not mistaken, man, let that rain come down and let the green herb grow so it may get food to the eater. Roughly paraphrasing. Let's get some real quick before I jump back, because again, that word dry goes back into confusion, But the Lord have sent the prophets, so we won't be confused anymore, man. Please bear with me, Akim. Yeah, let me get this real quick. This is the book of Psalms. Psalms 63. And I'm going to start at verse 1. Matter of fact, yep, Psalm 63 and 1. It says, "Oh, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, thou art my power. Early will I seek after thee." And there early goes back into diligently. It says, "My soul thirsteth for thee." So in the midst of the valley of the shadow of death, in the midst of these dry bones, it's going to be some dry bones that's going to thirst for the heavenly Father. Why? It says, "My flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land where no water is." And it's talking about this valley of the shadow of death, man. You know? So in the midst of the valley of the shadow of death, it's going to be certain bones who's going to seek that moisture and ultimately going to get that moisture. And a part of us getting that moisture is not being confused or not knowing who I mean, it's like, or not being confused, or basically acknowledging or knowing where we came from, man. You know? So let's go ahead and go back to Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. It says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I said, O Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, thou knowest." And he said unto me, "Prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear ye the word of the Lord." And that's why prophecy is so heavy and prophecy is so important, man. Because of why, at the end of the day, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is waking us up through prophecy, man. You know, you hear about World War III. That should be a tingling to your ears, man. You should want to inquire more. Even during the times of Yahushua, when he was speaking, one of the main things, main topics, when Yahushua was on the scene is, what shall we do that we must be saved, man? Because this, if you're awoken spiritually, you don't want to miss out on it, man. You know, because if you do, you're going to go to hell, man. And what I mean by hell, you're going to get hit with a missile. But real quick, it says, "Then the Lord power," it's like, "Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the Lord power unto these bones. Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live." Let's go to Genesis, man. This Genesis 2 and 7. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai formed man from the dust of the ground." Now that dust is also a part of that dryness, man. You know, that dust is also a part of that confusion. You know, it says, "And breathe unto him," it's like, "and breathe unto his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul." So again, through this truth, through this understanding, do we become living? Do we become animated, back alive, man? The Lord can actually deal with us again, man. You know, let's get that word living. Breath of life. So like that word life right there is kaya. And let me see if it's the same one in Ezekiel. It probably is, you know. Kaya, Strong's H2416. It says living right here, reviving of the springtime. And that's the spirit, man. Like I think it's the almond tree. If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the first things that bloom you know, after the winter. But again, we was dead, we was dry, and then the Lord breathed unto us the breath of life. So we revived, we rejuvenated, man. And that's the spirit. Even nowadays, when people have those restoration cars, and it's going to get to a point, we're going to be better than the first. You know, the kingdom of heaven is going to outweigh the time of Solomon, man. If you think about it, the kingdom of heaven is going to outweigh the time of David, man. Why? Because it's going to be us in our glory, man. And we're going to have the laws, statutes, commandments installed in us. So let's go in and go back into the Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter unto you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and bring flesh upon you, and cover you with skin." So you start acknowledging yourself. I'm, lawyer, Rauba, Judah, Yahweh, and that's a beautiful thing, man. to acknowledge your power once again, even though a lot of, sometimes Israel to be going up it. You'd rather be like, okay, at least he know he an Israelite instead of a young nigga out here with his pants having, at least he trying, you feel me? But at the same time, while the rest of these niggas are just shucking and driving and trying to make their way in Babylon. Because even motherfuckers who try to be a dope boy, nigga who try to use those alternative lifestyles that make it in this society, you still trimming your way to seek love. Because you're trying to make it in a society that's not even meant for you, man. Only thing you're doing is walking around a circle of death, that hamster wheel of death, man. You're going to run and run and run until you tire yourself out, man, instead of investing in the Lord. But let's go ahead and continue on. It says, so I prophesied as I was commanded. So you got to preach, man. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And this talking about during the times of the 60s, man. Again, we was confused. Jake was lost. Jake was tired of getting hung. The 40s was hard down south for men, especially the men of the Lord, bro. Because the men of the Lord always been around. But guess what? The 40s, the 30s, the 20s, especially down south, it was hard for Jake. And Jake was always seeking for help. All of a sudden, another march. All of a sudden, what we got to do to the community. Even you look at a lot of the stories, man. It was one story I read up. 8-year-old white girl said she kissed two brothers. One was 9 and one was 7, man. And those, and those brothers actually ended up going 20 days in jail. They served a couple of years, but even before they served a couple of years, that night, when the little girl told her daddy that, her daddy drove down the street and they got the police and they beat a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old ass, a little child. He ain't like this motherfucker 13 or 10. He kind of get a 9-year-old and an innocent, Israelite. Even though for lack of better words, we know why those things happen, but those things was actually a necessary evil. So now Jake started moving. Now Jake started asking questions. Now Jake want to seek relief. But the fucked up thing, like for language, but the messed up thing about it, Jake always seek relief in the wrong place. Again, Jake seek relief in the form of Martin Luther King. And this nigga was hand joining him with Esau. Jake seek relief in the form of Black Panther, not knowing that Esau had his hand in that too. The only way you can really seek relief in this time and in any times is through Yahweh Shai. That's why the Lord said, I am the way, the life, and the truth. No man come unto the Father but by me. And also in the same chapter, it says he is the comforter, man. He's not going to comfort you as the world comfort you. He ain't going to comfort you like Martin Luther King. No, he's going to comfort you by giving you a peace of mind. So let's go ahead and go back into this Ezekiel 37 and verse 7 again. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise. And behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And again, even the Black Panther and the brown beret. That's one thing a lot of people don't talk about. Even the northern tribe was gathering together, trying to get their rights, man. That's, a lot of people try to put that in the back corner, but we similar, man. We similar like a mug, because we're brothers, man. But through Esau did that separation. He did that divide and conquering strategy upon the northern tribe, man. Because a lot of northern tribe races to Judah, man. You could be Reuben. And northern tribe be racist to you, man. Why? Because he have been conformed unto the ways of Esau. So let's go ahead and go back to Ezekiel 37 and 8. It says, and behold, it says, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. And this time on Jake, yeah, you own the song, but you don't got it all the way. Again, the brown beret, the Black Panther, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, this, that, and the third. You was on to something, but you ain't got it all the way. The key figure into all these things is Yahweh Shai. That's why he's the cornerstone. He's the foundation, And that's why all these other houses that was built failed. The house of Martin Luther King failed, man. Look at this nigga, Reverend Sharpton. Nobody fucking with him no more, man. The house of Malcolm X failed. The house of the brown beret failed. The house of the Black Panther failed. The only house still standing is the house of Yahweh Shai, which is ultimately what? The house of David. Go ahead and continue on. It says, then he said unto me, prophesy. And that's how you know when that breath come in. Because why? That prophecy, you got to put your Yahweh shine now. You know? That's why all these other things didn't work out, because they didn't have Yahweh shine in there. They didn't have that key cornerstone. That's why they didn't get the breath of life. Revelations 9 verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. It's an angel, man. Angels don't fuck around. You know, you bowing down, you doing too much, you kissing ass. Hey, man, get your ass up. You know, selected for, language, but get up, man. Because the angel knew what it was about. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Going back to that Ezekiel 37, you got to put Yahweh Shai in there to make it work, man. The Black Panthers didn't work because they was carnal as hell and they didn't have Yahweh Shai. As soon as guns and shit start coming around, you should leave, man. Yahweh Shai went that way. Yahweh Shai told Peter, those that live by the sword shall die by the sword, man. Ezekiel 37:9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say unto the wind, thus saith the Lord, power come from the four winds, O breath, upon these slain, that they may live in the part of us prophesying to the wind is even, if nobody listening, even you just put it up on the internet, you get one view. Probably, 6 months down the line, it might have 100. Somebody got that CPR that you push out, but at the same time, it says, and come upon the four winds, O breath, and bring upon these slain that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came unto them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. And that's Esau's biggest fear, man, us actually acknowledging who we are and returning back into our power. Let's get this in Job 33. And I'm going to start at get to the point, Job 33 and verse 3. It says, my words shall be of uprightness of my heart, and my lips shall utter knowledge clearly. Now, they're not saying you just using big words and you don't study and shit. No, that's talking about you prophesying, man, and you teaching this truth. When it comes to Revelation 13 and 16, you tell people it's talking about a tiny device that's going to go in people's skin, part of Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, you teach people about the missiles, the 200,000, you break that down of it being warheads. That's a part of your lips uttering knowledge clearly. Even tells you that in Habakkuk, you make it plain, you make it simple so Jake can get it. Verse 4, the point though, it says, the spirit of the Most High hath made me, and the breath of the Almighty hath given me life. So even the things that we're pushing forth and the things that we're speaking, the videos that we're pushing forth, that's ultimately the breath of Yahweh Hashem Shai coming through, man. That's another spiritual, your oxygen, your spiritual oxygen tank, man. It's like not your spiritual oxygen, your spiritual lungs, man. Because with this truth, we don't need no oxygen tank, man. With Allah, you need an oxygen tank, because your lungs failing, man. With Black Panther, you need an oxygen tank because your lungs failing, But with Yahweh Shai, we got strong lungs, man. That breath is already in us. We're healthy spiritually, That all that matter. Read this again. The spirit of the Most High hath made me, and the breath of the Almighty hath given me life. And that breath is talking about this truth. If thou canst answer me, set thy words in order before me, stand up. And that's the spirit that if thou canst answer me, that's what it's all about, man. This the core of this truth is really about teacher and student, for the lack of better words, man. What does this mean? What does that mean? This truth is not about I love you. No, if you love me, I break this down. And that's what Black Panther, Martin Luther King, that's why they got all that shit. That's why they got all that mixed up. They mixed the truth with emotions. But the truth ain't got nothing to do with emotions. The truth is just raw and uncut, man. If you get it, good for you. If you don't, pray you get it. But real quick, let's get that word, bro. Strong's H5397. Breath, spirit, Let me see. Oh, inspiration. And again, divine inspiration, man. It says vital breath. This is vital breath. What's that word vital mean? Vital. Absolutely necessary or important. And yes, this is the most important thing upon the planet Earth. Why? Because it tells you the future. You know, that's why the word prophecy is there. Prophesy actually means to say before. You know, going back. Let's see if it's something in the root. Strong's H5395. It says, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and end off right here. This is the book of Ephesians 2:1. It says, and you have the quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. And again, we was once dead. Calling yourselves African Americans and all those different things. Those are, you know, for lack of better words, we cast those things away from us like a menstrual cloth. Why? Because we found something that's better. We found something that actually benefit us. You know, Christianity don't benefit you. Allah don't benefit you. The Black Panther Party don't benefit you. You having sticks at camp don't benefit you. The only thing that really benefits you in these latter days is the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. You know? I'm going to get to the point. Ephesians 2:5, it says, even when we were dead in trains, so like even we were dead in sins, hath he quickened us together with a Mashiach. By grace are ye saved, and hath raised us up together. Those are those dead, those are those dry bones. We've been raised up, the sinews, the skin came upon us, and ultimately that breath of life through Yahweh Shai. That's why Yahweh Shai there. Yahweh Shai is the one that brings that breath of life, man. You know, because you can know it's a lot of people that even know that they're Israelites, but they don't even acknowledge Yahweh Shai. They say don't even worship Yahweh Shai. You know, if you don't worship the Lord, you ain't got no breath. You just got the skin. You the walking dead. You ain't nothing but a zombie, man. You know? Read this again. It says, in you, it's like read this again, Salakia. It says, and they have raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in a Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Through that in ages to come, he might shew the exceeding riches of his grace. And the part of the ages to come is right now. Because the prophecies, the prophecies to come is going to even be a part of the Lord grace, man. The Lord warned you, when the chip comes, don't take it. That's a part of the Lord being gracious unto you. It says, in his kindness toward us through a Mashiach Yahweh Shai. And the part of the Lord being kind upon us is warning us. You know, if you hate somebody, you'll let them go down the street and get hit by the car. You know, but if you love them, you say, hey, watch out, you know. If they hearken, good for them. If they don't, that's on them. Continuing on, though. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and not of yourselves. It is the gift of the Most High. And that's it, man. Having faith in who? Yahweh Shai. Not having faith in this world, not having faith in Esau, man. You know? And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Lord, when a little later on, I can come back with another video. I pray it was edifying and comforting. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. I want to give that honor to my apostle, Ellis Gray Millstone, and Shalom.